Okay, so I've got some records on the bench. These came from car boot sales and also a house clearance shop, oddly enough. But there we go. There is one that I'm aware of. So I'm just going to quickly go through them and we'll see what we can find. So this is the most recent one that I picked up. This is actually a Columbia. This well, it's Christmas. It's Christmas carols or Christmas hymns, I think it actually says. The label is very worn, but it's a relatively early one. I mean, let's have a little look in the sleeve. I mean, it doesn't have a particularly thick rim or anything, but let's get it there. But it's clearly been well played due to the amount of damage on the label. So that's, I think, part one, and the other side is just part two. So I may put this one up on YouTube come Christmas time, but I'm almost certainly going to get a copyright claim if I do, because it has "Hark the Herald Angel Sings" on, and that is apparently still in copyright, amazingly enough. But there we go. Now this one came from, in fact, I was going to put these off to one side. I'm going to put these under that camera there. Put these here. This is kind of what I normally do. If you've been watching my videos, you'll know that this is a kind of arrangement and stuff that I do, at least for this sort of video. So this one here, this came from the house clearance shop, and now it does have a record. This is Talkie Hits Melody Foxtrot, Jack Hilton and his orchestra. I'm sure that's very nice, actually, but that's not why I bought it. I bought it because of the cover, or the sleeve if you like, but cover's the correct term, or the period term. I just thought this was just so elegant, really. You know, you've got these these very what could you say, very refined people having dinner and dancing, and you know, and it's just so yeah, elegant, and I just thought that was a really nice cover, and I thought I would have it. So so that's that. On the back, yeah, I mean, there's nothing. It's the paper tabs down the side, or the stuck on tabs here, suggests sort of late 30s, late 20s into the 30s, and certainly the artwork would suggest the 30s, I think. So put that on the pile. Now the next one up is this one here. This is a, well, again, it's a His Master's Voice, Shine on Harvest Moon, Vaughan Monroe and his orchestra, and that's probably quite a good record, actually. But you can probably guess that I didn't buy this one for the record either. I mean, just look at that wonderful cover. We've got this this cabinet, I suppose cabinet grand, is that the correct term? Certainly floor standing machine. We've got this this lovely this horn machine here, with I think what's known as a seamless horn. It's quite like the selectophone I've got. And on the other side we've got what's known as a hornless machine here, and we've got a sort of lidded I would say tabletop grand. That might be a term you use for that. Now what is interesting is the prices they've put on here. So this is £2 and 5 shillings, and there were 20 shillings to the pound. So that's £2.25 that would be. This one here, I mean, this is more than twice the price at £5 5 shillings. And if we go back over this side, this one up here is £8 12 shillings. So that's more, well, £8 12 shillings and sixpence. So that's half a shilling. Sixpence is half a shilling. So that's quite a long way. Well, that's closer to £9 than it is to £8. And the horn machine over here is £3. And by today's standards, it's like, well, this machine here is going to be the most valuable. I think this is, it does say, what's it? Is that Etonia? I should know what that says. Let's just have a quick look. Yes, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what that name is. So if that's an E, that's Etonia. But it might be some other name. If you know, please do leave me a note in the comments. And actually, if you're enjoying this video, leave me a like as well. That would be greatly appreciated. But yes, by today's standards, this machine here, this which is probably a sort of Swiss or German sort of continental, what would have been known as a sort of continental machine, is certainly the most valuable. And yet then it was actually one of the cheapest. I mean, that's £3. We go back over here. The only machine that's cheaper than that is this machine here, this hornless one, which I do have an example. And these machines now, these are worth very little, and these machines are worth very little. And these machines, well, depends if you've got the space for them, but they're also arguably worth very little. And these machines, because they have the horns, are worth quite a bit more. So how things have changed. So yeah, so that's that one. So I mean, just out of interest, what is on the other side? Time on My Hands, also by Vaughan Monroe. Get that in camera shot. And his orchestra, I think. Yes. Okay, so let's move on to some other ones I picked up at a car boot sale. Now, if you're enjoying this video, then please do give me a like so that I know and that YouTube knows too. Thank you. So this one I picked up because it's a Zonophone celebrity record. Now, let's have a little look at this here. Try to get that on camera. So this is Harry Lauder, I think. We All Go Home the Same Way. I think this is a relatively early celebrity record, maybe somewhere around 1920, I think, but I've not had a chance to look it up, so I'm not 100% sure. So anyway, that's that one. And if we flip it over, this is Oh Sing to Me, the Old Scotch Songs. And I think Harry Lauder was actually quite famous for singing Scotch songs or Scottish songs. So anyway, that's that one. Now another one I picked up, very similar looking, but this is a Velvet Face. Now this is quite an early one. Velvet Face apparently were a label that were around before the First World War, but also around later, sort of in the 1920s. They're actually by the same. It says Edison Bell up here. So essentially, it's a label from the same sort of stable as the Winner ones. Anyway, this is Overture to let's just read this properly. Rienzi. Overture to Rienzi or Wagner, Royal Guards Band, and on the other side we have we have more of the same. In fact, that's part one, and the first side I showed was part two. So anyway, it's got a nice rim on it. This is a relatively early record. I believe this is sort of 1914 or earlier. I think this label, this style of red velvet tone. Or Velvet Face, sorry, I may have said Velvet Tone, went out at the start of the First World War. So anyway, that's that one. That didn't have a cover. And this one here, now when I look through classical records, big classical records, I'm always on the lookout for single-sideds, and this is not a single-sided. But I pulled it out because I thought, well, it's still quite old. It might be worth a look. And indeed, it does have that nice big thick ridge on it. But it's a gramophone record. It's not got Nip of the Dog on. It's in German. I think it's pressed in Germany. So I get the lighting better. Maybe that's better there. I'm not going to try and pronounce anything on it. But yes. This is a record quite possibly made before the First World War, or maybe during or slightly after. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I think it's a gramophone company record that was made in Germany, and it was made for the German market. And although the gramophone company lost the rights to the trademark gramophone in the UK around about 1910. They didn't in other countries apparently, so they carried on using it until eventually they standardized, I think, on His Master's Voice a little bit later. So anyway, that's that one. And if I flip it over, that's the other side there. So I thought that was a nice old record. Got a lovely sort of like run out groove. It's a very short run out groove, and clearly it's had a bit of needle damage in the past as well. So there we go, that's that one as well. So just a few finds. Let me know what you think. I have got lots of records. I've got boxes of records, frankly, to go through, and but I do like to pick up the odd record at a car boot sale if it looks interesting. And I do occasionally, even like this one here, you know, pick up the odd sleeve or the odd cover if I think it's worth the trouble. And the record, as it happens, not too bad. So so anyway, there we go. Let me know what you think in the comments, and if you've enjoyed this video, then maybe you'll like this one too. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.